Hello guys, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Eva, and if you're not new, thank you so much for stopping by. So today's video, as you can see from the title, is the first time tag. Now, I didn't know anything about the first time tag until I saw Chantel Anyawu's video, and believe me, it was very hilarious. So I decided to do this video and answer some questions about my first time doing a number of things. The first time tag is a YouTube tag meant to discover many of your first time experiences. First time memories can be hilarious, especially in situations like first kiss or first YouTube channel. It's like the ultimate throwback. So I have 25 questions from Pinterest. I wrote them down here. So let's get started. All right, so the first is my first tweet. Well, I don't have a Twitter account because for some reason I've not been able to navigate the whole Twitter account, so I don't know how to navigate Twitter, hence why I don't have a Twitter account. My sister is really good, you know, she tweets a lot. Maybe I just need to tell her to teach me. So yeah, no first tweets because I don't have a Twitter account. Okay, so my first YouTube video. My first official YouTube video is my introduction video. Although, if we're being sincere, that was not the first video I recorded. Best believe the first video I recorded was, let's just say it had a lot of hiccups, from the audio not being right to me being like I was one-sided, like I was not in the middle, yeah, of the frame. So I didn't like it at all. In fact, to be honest, I think I did like 20 videos for my introduction video and I didn't like them at all. I did also like the one I put out eventually, but it was manageable. So yeah, my first person I subscribed to on YouTube, that would have to be Jenny Jenkins. So actually the reason why I went on YouTube was for makeup, to learn how to apply makeup, to learn learn the products to buy, and then learn how to apply those products. So that was around my junior secondary school-ish. So yeah, I was into makeup at the time. I would see my aunties and some people I used to admire on the street. They wear their makeup and I really used to admire them. So I went on to YouTube to check how to apply makeup and products to buy. So that was when I came across Jenny Jenkins. So she was actually, so I could relate to her because she was dark skinned, and yeah, so she was the first person I subscribed to on YouTube. Okay, next, first Facebook profile picture. I cannot actually remember my first Facebook profile picture because I want to believe it's a picture of me in school, because I know my first Facebook account, I created that Facebook account when I was in junior secondary school. So obviously, I don't know for others, but for me, I had nowhere to go. It was just school, church, home. So I want to believe my first picture that I posted was a picture of me in the school uniform. So for some reason, I deleted that old account. I deleted my first account. So the Facebook account I have now, it's not the first Facebook account I created. I don't know what goes to my head. I don't know why I deleted that account, but I still regret it because sometimes I want to do like the ultimate throwback, you know, picture. And I remember when, was it last year or 2018? I can't remember precisely, when people were doing the 10 years challenge. Yeah, I ended up using a picture of me 8 years ago because I didn't have pictures of me 10 years ago. So yeah. Okay, do you still talk to your first love? I do. Well, I know he's going to watch this video. We're still friends. So yeah, my first love was my first crush. And yeah, we still talk. Let's not go too much. My first alcoholic drink. I want to believe my first alcoholic drink was a beer. Yes, a beer. So growing up, I was very close to my dad, and my dad used to drink beer, Star Lager beer to be precise. So I remember I used to sip from his cup, and yeah, that was my first alcoholic drink. My first job. Oh yeah, my first job was when I was in uni. I was working at Mr. Biggs. Back in the days, Mr. Biggs used to be like the, yeah, before this one started coming up, but Mr. Big was the in thing then. And I remember then we used to beg my dad to take us to Mr. Biggs because our friends' parents were taking them to Mr. Biggs. So yeah, I worked at Mr. Biggs for the first time in uni because I like money. I mean, who doesn't like money? I wanted more money. My parents used to give me money at the time, but I wanted to work and make some extra cash. So yeah, although I stopped after like a year because it was getting in the way of my studies. So I had to choose school or the extra money. And of course I chose school. I mean, my first car. Can I say my mom's car is my first car? I don't officially have a car yet. Although I drive everybody's car. People around me, if you own a car, best believe I've driven that person's car before. So sometimes I drive my dad's car, sometimes I drive my mom's car. That's when I'm at home. But when I'm in my house in Lagos, I drive anybody's car I see. But yeah, I don't have a first car yet. Okay. Who was the first person to text you today? Today, I haven't gotten any text message today. People don't like me. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? Okay, apart from God, the first person I thought of this morning was my nephew Jadel, my sister's son. I was in a supermarket yesterday. I saw some really cute children's bikes. So this morning when I woke up, I thought to myself that I need to buy that bike. I need to buy that bike. They're far away from me, so I don't know how. Maybe I'll just pay for it, search for something similar online and pay and have it delivered to them. I would really love to see him on that bike. So yeah, it's the first person I thought of this morning. Okay, so who was your first teacher? I want to believe my first teacher was my kindergarten teacher. I can't remember any of them right now, but yeah, my first teacher has to be my kindergarten teacher because I went to kindergarten school. Okay, where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? My first ride on an airplane was, I can't remember. Was it to Lagos? No, it was to Enugu. After uni, I left Warri because my parents were staying in Warri at the time. So I came down to Lagos and we always travel home for every Christmas. So during Christmas, I think around December, I had to travel home for Christmas. So that was my first time ever on a plane. I wanted to, guess what, guys? I didn't have the money. I literally had to borrow money to buy that ticket because I wanted to show my parents that I have arrived because they were against me leaving the house to go stay by myself in Lagos. So I just wanted to show them that, yeah, I'm doing well. Even though I wasn't really doing well because I didn't even have a job. My first year of staying in Lagos, after I left home, I had no job. But I just wanted to prove to my parents, like show them something that, yeah, I'm doing well in Lagos, so they won't have to tell me to come back and stay with them in Delta State. So I borrowed money, and traveled home. I went to Enugu. I'm from Ebonyi State, by the way, but Ebonyi State does not have an airport. So I have to go through Enugu and then find my way to my village. So yeah, where I went to on my first ride was to Enugu. Okay, so who was your first best friend and do you still talk? Yes, Anwuli Aganinu. That's her maiden name. Babe, you didn't tell me your husband's name. Anyways, her name is Anwuli. She's the mother to a beautiful baby boy. Yes, she was my first best friend, and yes, we still talk, and she's still one of my best friends to date. Okay, so next, where was your first sleepover? My first sleepover has to be when I was in uni. Growing up, my mom never allowed any friends come visit us, and she did not allow us go visit anybody because we're all girls in my family, and she was being very, very overprotective. So yeah, at the time I didn't understand why, because my friends used to have sleepovers and they used to invite me, but whenever I told my mom, then she'd always say no. So at the time I didn't understand why, and I kind of hated her for that. So yeah, but now I completely understand that she was doing all of that for us, and I am truly grateful, and I am really, really thankful and blessed for the kind of mother that I have, because believe me, I had a lot of friends back in the days that their life didn't really go well. Do you get? So yeah, I'm just thankful that my mom did not allow us get our way with a lot of things, because I don't know what my life would be right now without her, you know, overprotectiveness. So yeah, my first sleepover was in university. I think to Gift's house, my friend Gifts. So yeah. Okay. What is the first thing you do in the morning? The first thing I do in the morning is pray, obviously. I'm a Christian, Catholic, and I do not joke with my prayers. So the first thing I do every morning is pray, and then I go on my YouTube Studio app. Yeah, I go and check if I have gained any new subscribers, if I have any comments I have to respond to before Instagram. But now that there's Big Brother, I have some Instagram accounts I follow just in case, because yes, now you can't be watching Big Brother all the time. I have other things to do with my time. So after I pray, after I check my YouTube Studio app, the next is Instagram. I go on certain Instagram accounts to check what's happened on Big Brother Naija, you know. Yes, I'm an Elite's fan. No, I'm an Elite, so yeah, I'm an Erica's fan. First broken bone. I don't think I've had a broken bone. I've been involved in a car accident before that took the lives of 4 people, including the driver. And I remember, this is a funny story. So I remember after the whole experience, they literally had to drag us out of the vehicle because the vehicle was going to burn. And few seconds after they dragged all of us out of the vehicle caught fire. No jokes, the vehicle caught fire. See, I consider January 1st as my second birthday, because my first birthday is May 20th, but my second birthday is January 1st, because that accident happened on the first day of January, and I just thank God, because I mean, if anything bad had happened, I wouldn't be here today. And I believe that was God giving me a second chance. So I consider every January 1st as my second birthday. So yeah, after the accident, I had to go for a lot of scans, a lot of x-rays and the likes, and there was no broken bone, thankfully, and there was nothing, just some surface bruises, and yeah, that was it. I'm fine now. So yeah, no broken bone for now, forever. No broken bone ever. Okay, so first piercing. My first piercing would have to be this one when I was a baby, and then this one I got this one in uni. So yeah, first piercing had to be here. But I'm thinking of piercing my nose. Maybe this one, this side or this side, I don't know. But yeah, that's something I want to do. Okay, first country you've visited. First foreign country you visited. That would be Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. Yeah. Okay, first time you got arrested. This is a funny story. So when I was in uni, I didn't used to cook that much. So there was this what's it called? What do you call them? There's something they call them in Hausa language. Is it Meshai or Mashai, something like that? But there are these aboki guys that sell Indomie, fried Indomie and egg. So yeah, I had gone there one particular evening to buy Indomie and fried egg. And just around there's this hotel that prostitutes used to stand in the front. So I was just there, and I just saw them running. And I saw a police van coming towards my direction. But I wasn't afraid because yeah, I was dressed down and I had my, what do you call it? I had my hair bonnet. No, it wasn't hair bonnet then. It was the popular Nigerian hair net that we used to go to sleep here. So I had my hair net and I was wearing, excuse me, I was wearing my night outfit, yeah, and bathroom slippers. So I was dressed very, very casual. That's what I'm trying to say. So when I saw those girls running away, I didn't feel the need to run because yeah, I'm not dressed like them. They're obviously not coming for me. But I was wrong. These police guys came and literally dragged all of us. Like I was shouting, I'm not a prostitute, I came to buy Indomie. For where? They did not listen to me. They dragged us, bundled us inside the police van and took us to their station. Man, I was, hey God. I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know how to feel. I remember calling my dad then. My dad was not good with answering calls. Like my dad can be here and his phone would be in the living room, or my dad can be here and his phone would be outside or in the car maybe. So I remember calling my dad and he didn't answer me. I called my mom and my mom asked me to call my uncle. So, but God so kind, when they took us to the station, I remember, because this happened in Owerri when I was in uni. So I remember that I had gone to that particular police station before to see the DPO, who happens to be my dad's very good friend. So when they took us to the place, I was like, oh yeah, thank God, I know this station, I know the DPO of the station. So I started asking for the DPO, but he wasn't on seat at the time. And I remember asking a police officer, a female police officer, for the DPO's number, because for some reason I didn't have mine. So you know how Nigerians now, we usually have two phones. So for some reason I didn't have his number saved on the particular phone I was holding that particular day. So the police officer gave me his number and I called him, explained who I was to him, and he spoke to the officers in charge and they let me go. I had no money on me. I had no money on me because when I was leaving my house then, before the whole incident, I only had the money I wanted to use to pay for the Indomie I was going to buy. So, and I remember then I had already paid the Indomie guy. So I was just waiting for him to package my Indomie when the whole thing happened. So I had to take bike. Then bikes were still operating in Owerri. So I had to take bike to my house. I told him to wait outside and I went in to get money to pay. So I wasn't really arrested, like I was not locked up, but I was bundled up into their van and taken to the station. So yeah, that was it. Who was your first roommate? My first roommate is a girl called Gladys Mogalu. I met her in uni. So I think around the time when I was going for, like I was processing my admission, I met her. So she told me she was already in school and she had a room and she was looking for a roommate so she could split the rent. And I remember because my name came out in the first lists of the admission, my name came out in the admission first list, and my elder sister's name came out in, I think, the second or the third list. I can't remember. So yeah, I eventually had to stay with my sister the following year. But because my name came out in the first list and I didn't know if my sister was going to gain admission into that school, so I went to school first, and I had to obviously get a house. So I remember the girl and I called her and she took me to her house. But man, my experiences with that girl is going to be another video entirely, because yeah, it deserves to be a video on its own. Man, that was why when my sister gained admission, I think in the second list or third list, and she had to stay by herself, the following year I moved in with her, because no, living with some people would drain the energy out of you. But that's a video entirely of its own. So yeah, that was my first roommate. Okay, what is the first thing you do when you get home? The first thing I do when I get home is obviously undress. No, I lied. The first thing I do when I get home, now that there's the BB Niger is airing, I turn on my TV. I turn on my TV before I undress, so that the DSTV can, so while I'm undressing, the DSTV can come on. So yeah. When was your first kiss? My first kiss has to be in uni. I did everything after I left my parents' house, because when I was in my parents' house, I couldn't do anything. I had no male friend. I had no boyfriend. When I hear people say their school boyfriend, like their secondary school boyfriend, I can't relate, because yeah. So my first kiss definitely has to be when I was in uni. Okay, who did you watch first on YouTube? Obviously Jenny Jenkins, like I said, because she was the one I subscribed to first. I came on YouTube because I wanted to learn makeup, so she was the first she wasn't the first I saw. You know how you open YouTube page and then you're seeing videos upon videos? I wanted a black person because I felt like I was going to relate more with a black skin tone YouTuber. So yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up and share with your friends. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so by tapping on the subscribe button and then tapping on the bell icon that shows up after, so that you get notified every time I make a new upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.